In 1984, I won 23 of 24 national titles as my last year as a sub-junior. And it probably sounds ridiculous to go back to something that happened when you were 14 years old, but there's a saying, once you've experienced greatness, it can never be taken away. And so to me, at 14, that felt fantastic. And it gave me the self-confidence and the wherewithal to sustain me for years. I didn't blow through it until my 30s, that feeling like tall cotton of having put my mind to something and then done it so completely. My favorite athletes are Lonnie Miley and Pat Spurgeon. They're both gold medal winning Olympians in precision rifle shooting. Favorite hobby outside of athletics is probably reading, yoga, and watching movies, playing cribbage. Scorpion pose in yoga. It's a handstand, but then you bring your feet over, and so it's all as you're going into it and then balancing into it and holding it, you go through all of your balance points, and it's very tricky. It's proving a very worthwhile adversary. Favorite movie is probably Star Wars is usually on loop program, all of them at the house. So I'll go with the Star Wars franchise. My most memorable vacation. I'm gonna go with a recent one. My husband and I went to Scotland and we drove all over, which was delightful, but him driving and me navigating was felt a little bit like a activity that a marriage counselor would prescribe as a team building, sort of exercise, and we totally crushed it. So we came back married in one piece and with no mishaps. So the best sporting event I ever attended, probably the Pan Am Games in Havana, Cuba in 1987, just because not that many Americans were going to Cuba at that time. My favorite place in Charleston, probably Taco Boy is my favorite place in Charleston. Bill Smith can talk you into anything. He could sell snow to snowmen. So I knew him from the community. Shooting's a very tight community. And I would see him out at Palmetto Gun Club, and he first got me to run the junior program out there, and then he asked if I would be his assistant coach. The coaches that helped me when I was younger were all volunteers, so certainly paying homage to that, recognizing how much time it actually takes to coach. I felt like I did owe. I literally shot my way out of the state of New Mexico into a better life and a better education, just giving kids the opportunity to pull themselves up by their bootstraps using these skills that they're learning through athletics. My most memorable experience at the Citadel. There's two things. One is a specific thing and one is a series of events. So the specific thing is, and I know coming from the athletic department, this is going to seem like a funny thing, but we once got beat by a team who was using our equipment. And the reason that I like that so much is because sportsmanship, I think, is at the heart of what we do in athletics and should be a priority. And so the fact that we lent another team equipment, they didn't have left-handed equipment, and they had a left-handed shooter who was just ready to flourish but had been, struggling with right-handed stuff. So Coach Smith lent her a left-handed rifle, and they just beat the tarnation out of us that day. And we just felt very happy that we were able to contribute to that spirit of sportsmanship, by doing that. So I really admired Coach Smith for doing that and felt very proud to be part of a school and a program that is so focused on sportsmanship that we're willing to help other people to be the best they can be, even if that means that we lost that day. The other thing that I've liked the best is watching the kids be better than themselves. There was a saying I once heard that went, to be better than someone else is pointless, but to be better than yourself is everything. So when we're teaching the kids that you can overcome this terrible shot. You can come in and be feeling terrible on match day and somehow pull it together mentally and physically. You have it within you to be able to, achieve this seemingly insurmountable goal when you're in the moment of whatever you have to overcome. So to see them be in a match and have a tough day and to not give up and to keep striving and to bounce back from a bad shot, I mean, that's just fantastic, because that means what we're telling them, they're hearing and they're applying practically. And so that's not only for precision rifle shooting that it matters, but also in life.